Russian official demands Putin end war, gets escorted out of meeting.
Here's a summary of the article.
A Russian official who demanded that President Vladimir Putin end the war against Ukraine was branded a traitor, escorted out of a high-level meeting and denied the right to vote, according to local media reports. During a meeting of the Legislative Assembly of Russia's Primorsky Krai in the far east of the country, a member of Russia's Communist Party faction, Leonid Vasyukovich, appealed to Putin to stop the months-long war in Ukraine and to withdraw his troops from the country. Speaking on behalf of 4 party members in a rare critique of what Putin describes as a special military operation, Vasyukovich said he and his colleagues had signed an appeal to the president. The incident, which has been described as a provocation by Russian state-run media, reportedly prompted a backlash from the region's governor, Oleg Kozhemyako, who called the official a traitor. In response, the governor accused Vasyukovich of defaming the Russian army and our defenders who are in the fight against Nazism. The region's legislative assembly then escorted Vasyukovich and his colleague, Gennady Shulga, from the meeting. It comes 3 months into Putin's war against Ukraine, and weeks after Russia's parliament passed legislation imposing a prison sentence of up to 15 years for intentionally spreading fake news about Russia's military.
This post received a score of 92,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The fact that he was brave enough to do it means there are cracks in the wall.
It means it's a common sentiment he's not some rogue. Other people are saying the same thing, that's why he felt empowered to take a stand. They are feeling the pain in Russia now. To be clear, it's financial pain. They don't care about the lives being lost. This is about pocketbooks. Edit, since some people want to say, well, the Russian people care? We aren't talking about the Russian people. They aren't making the decisions. I'm specifically talking about the oligarchs. The roughly 500 people who own 99.8% of the wealth allegedly in Russia.
I truly hope you are right. It makes sense, but also, nothing in this situation has made too much logical sense. So I'm just hoping they're turning on him. This needs to end.
What hasn't made sense? Oligarchs thought they could stroll in and take over an entire country's industry, farmland, factories, tech, etc. without a fight, and it would have been highly profitable. Now the endeavor is no longer profitable, but costly.
It's not clear that the oligarchs really supported the invasion. It's sort of an irrational decision on Putin's part. It was destined to be an economic calamity, so there's not a clear greed-based motive for it.
If they had succeeded in capturing the nation in hours or days like they initially thought, they would have had the world's leading level of exports of seed oils, corn, wheat, iron, additional military tech and assets, natural gas and oil resources, unfettered access to pipe Russia's own oil and gas into the rest of Europe, additional unfettered access to the Black Sea for trade and military, additional footholds to expand into other territories like Moldova, or even the strait that Turkey controls, if they were to get bolder with success. Just to name a few things that can be divvied up amongst.
Greater than, during the military operation, young people who could bring great benefit to our country die and become disabled. The only benefit Putin sees in young people is to use them as cannon fodder.
The Tsars were the same. Russia has a long sad history of just throwing men to slaughter.
Russia has always had lots of troops and lots of land to cover, but not enough equipment to adequately field them or cover it, I feel like.
For context, Russia has only about 20 million more people than it did in 1897. To make matters worse, during the old Russian Empire and USSR, Russia had a pretty young population. Like many industrialized countries, Russians are having fewer children, so Russia's population is shrinking. So long story short, Russia has a smaller population with too few young people.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.